So I'm just going to run through the ingredients for the meat mixture. I've got half a kilo of rump that I've just diced up and placed in the freezer for a little while. It's better to chop the meat frozen according to the basic cookbook. I've also got 1.5 capsicums, 2 carrots, 1 brown onion, 2 cloves of very large garlic, 1 tin of tomatoes, some sweet paprika, garlic powder and ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of dried chilli flakes, and then 2 teaspoons of dried oregano. Depending on how hot you like it, you could always increase the amount of chili flakes. This freezes really well, this recipe. So 3 centimetre cubes, slightly frozen, into the Thermomix. Now, to fully mince it takes 10 to 12 seconds, speed 6. And I think the thing to remember here is that you can't go back. You can't put meat back together. So I would recommend doing 4 seconds, speed 6, and checking. Now let's have a look what 4 seconds looks like. Okay, so I reckon that's heaps. You don't need to rinse the bowl for this because you're about to brown all of these together anyway. Garlic and onions, 3 seconds, speed 5. Again, no need to rinse the bowl after that chop. Then we're just going to put in the 2 carrots and 1.5 capsicums that have just been deseeded, but as you can see, I've left the bottom bit. We're going to use all of that, so that's fine. No point wasting it. 2 seconds, speed 5. And now we're going to put all of those ingredients into the pan, and while we're doing that in the pan on the stove, we're going to cook our brown rice in the Thermomix, and by the time the rice is cooked, the other mix should be cooked as well. Okay, so we've got a nice healthy glug of olive oil heating in a deep pan. We're going to brown the garlic and onion. Quickly. Stir it around a bit. You just want that to go translucent. Then we've got our meat. Put that in. Now this is where the flavour is created. While that's browning, we're going to add some salt. 2 teaspoons of salt. And all of our herbs onto the meat while it's cooking. So that's 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of the following: dried chilli, dried cumin, mild paprika, and garlic powder. We're going to let that brown. I also have a video for how to make your own pickled jalapenos, which is sensational. If you game, that, mix it around, let that also brown for a minute, get some of the flavour, then add the tomatoes. One of the things I've learnt the hard way is taking the rice out, putting it into a serving dish and realising that it's not cooked. So I always recommend when you're cooking rice, especially off the guided function, and brown rice, it varies every time I do it. So just check to see if it's cooked to the consistency that you like. That's taken 48 minutes to get to a nice soft texture. So I'm going to put that in the thermo server. I cannot tell you how much you're going to love these. Just whatever sides you like, serve it with those. If you don't like sour cream, use natural yogurt instead. If you want to add more lettuce, do that. But this is a great recipe. You're going to love it. Don't forget to subscribe to 3 Man Mixes.